What's going down, future fighters? It's Trippy Cakes here. This video, I was looking at the tier 3, and usually I do like a tier 3 rankings list, but I didn't want to do that this time around. This time I'm just going to do top 2 because we're getting to the point where there's a lot of tier 3 to cover. So let's start with Universal. One of the top 2 for Universal is going to be Thanos. And basically where I'm grading these off of where they're getting their spots is their versatility. Are they usable in PvP and PvE? Can you do a PvP or PvE build and still clear content, whichever way that you have yourself built? Can they still do both? So I think that's a very valuable thing to take into factor when you're trying to build these tier 3s up. And Thanos, he's got it all. He's got a good kit. He's got great skills. It's got fracture, a whole bunch of different things that make Thanos, the big baddie right now. So I don't see Thanos going anywhere for a while. So that's always good to hear. So yeah, Thanos is definitely in the top 2 for Universal. The next who got the number 1 or 2, whichever, it really doesn't matter. These are just 2 in general, is Captain Marvel. One thing is we don't have a whole lot of Universal tier 3 as is, but as far as tier 3s go for Universal, Captain Marvel is one of the 2 that stand out, monumentally in comparison to the others. Whether you're rocking rage, energy, destruction, whatever, she can still do all content pretty easily. Her survivability is not that bad. I've never really had issues, but I know some people complain about, how squishy she is. And it's all about your rotation. If you use her rotation correctly, you really shouldn't get hit. And in PvP, she's still an absolute monster. That 4th skill, that's bread and butter right there. She will tear you apart. Not as much as she used to when she first got her tier 3, but if you consider where she was and compare her to other tier 3 that are universal type, she is going to be a very big crowd pleaser, especially for her cost. So I'm still going to recommend her for those top 2 spots. As far as Blast goes, we have so many Blast tier 3s, and I feel like Jean made this list because, like I said, no matter how you build her, she's still going to be efficient in PvP and PvE. She shines more in PvP, but that's okay. She can still get things done in PvE content with a PvP build, so I think that's a huge factor for her. She is a little pricey like Thanos, but I feel like she's worth the cost that you put into her. Her 5th skill is absolutely amazing, a little bit annoying at times, and then she's very friendly for survivability. It's even if you die once, you still get a whole nother health bar to tackle whatever it is that you're doing. So Jean Grey is definitely going to be in the top 2. I don't see her falling out of that spot either. The next one for the 2 blast types is going to be surprising for you guys because you know how much I don't like Doctor Strange. But in comparison to other tier 3 blast types, he still has, I won't lie, he's got the most versatility. He's going to be able to do PvP. That time freeze is very valuable. And his PvE, when you put rage on him, when you time your procs correctly, he's absolutely monstrous. And that's not to say Iron Man. I still like Iron Man better, but I'm not going to give the edge to Iron Man anymore because Doctor Strange has been really putting up some numbers for me, which is surprising. I don't know what it was, but, before he wasn't doing all that great for me, so I was a little like, eh. The only thing that sucks is his uniform is still pretty terrible. Hoping to change that in the future, especially with his movie coming out. I hope they don't just make his other leg levitate instead. I'm hoping to see big things out of him. So, he earned his spot as well. Captain America, I don't see him falling from the top 2 for a hot minute. I mean, you got to compare him to like Black Panther, and you're just kind of like, yeah, it's a no-brainer. Even if you don't have the end game and you have the Infinity War uniform, he still puts in work. I did a test earlier with an Alliance member where I went in a giant boss raid with no uniform on him, and he still managed to clear it in a pretty good time. It was pretty much a solo clear. I have that footage, but I accidentally hit the home button, so it stops like in the last couple bars or whatever. But that says something. And again, he is great in PvP and PvE. You can use that build regardless. Namor, what makes him so valuable isn't his PvP capabilities. In PvP, he's okay. He's going to be better than a tier 2. That's a given. But the fact that he has taken the spot for Combat Villain Day, and that's something we've been suffering with for a very, very long time, makes him absolutely valuable with this uniform. Now, when it comes to speed, we have a lot of speed tier 3s, but I feel like the two that I chose hold up very well. Deadpool, he's still very versatile. He's a great striker. He's great in PvP. PvE, he's really not that bad. He's still got the defense down, and you know, some people have, you know, outstanding Deadpools. Mine's okay. I mean, I think he's all right, but he still gets the job done. And Luna Snow, I feel like she earned the spot because she is a consistent high DPS character for PvE. She makes World Boss Ultimate runs seem like absolutely nothing. Like she, you know, taking down 50 Maw in a minute. That says something about her. And I know it's the elemental damage that gives that little bonus or whatever. But even in PvP, she still has shown a lot of potential. And the few that I've run across that were PvP built with like invincibility and stuff, she still managed to, you know, kick some butt. So, I mean, I wouldn't build her for PvP, but if you do, I don't think you'll be that disappointed if you do it correctly. Anyway, these are the top 2 for all of our affinity types. This is just my opinion. If you're new to the channel, please do like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think. You know, share with your friends, all that good jazz that, you know, we say out here. Anyway, this has been Trippy Cakes. Y'all have a good one.